Hey everyone, I hope you're having a great day. John here. It is 9 o'clock in San Diego. A little cloudy today here in San Diego. I hope you're doing amazing. Maybe you can start by sharing with me, where are you? Tell me who you are, where are you? And I'd love to find out, what do you do? Let's get to know each other a little bit better. What do you do? And I'm going to share with you a way to get this document for this little training I'm going to do. It's called The Weird Way I Learned to Set and Achieve My Goals. And I'll share with you some really awesome takeaways. You'll see right over here, there's a fill in the blanks. I want to make this totally interactive and try something new this week. So tell me who you are and where are you from, and I'll say hello to you. All right, so I'm looking at my cell phone here as well. So we're going to get started and have a little bit of fun here. Okay, there we go. Let me see, where are we? Okay, Chase, where are we? I don't see us live on here. I'm asking my team where we are right now. I'm looking at my cell phone. Just let me know that you can hear me and see me. All right. So I'm just doing a little mic check and as well.
Live on your fan page.
I am live on my fan page. Okay, so who's on right now? I'm trying to get an idea of who's on right now so that I can say hi to you. And in just a few minutes, my team is going to put up this document so that you can get it. We tried to get a link going, but sometimes technology doesn't work, so you can just download the link. And this is going to be just an interactive training session. But I want to start off with a little story for you that really describes the weird way I learned how to set goals. It made me feel extremely uncomfortable when I was 19 years old. Some of you know the story where I got myself into a lot of trouble as a teen, and I could have ended up in jail or the morgue. And fortunately, I had a mentor, a wonderful mentor, who believed more in me than I believed in myself. And when I was 19, I took the train from Montreal to Toronto, and I had a lunch meeting with this gentleman on a Friday afternoon. His name was Alan Brown. And he was a very successful business owner, a real estate investor, a philanthropist, a wonderful husband and father. And he really cared about people. And if you, like me, want to learn from people who are further ahead than you are, then you understand the feeling that I had was, wow, there's somebody here that I could learn from. And one of the things that he asked me that I'd never been asked up until that time, there were a couple of questions, but one of the first questions was, what did I want to trade my life for? And when I asked him what he meant, he said, well, every day when you wake up, you are trading your life for what it is that you do. You're trading your life for whatever it is you're trying to accomplish. You're trading your life for hanging around with the people that you're hanging around with. You're trading your life, for something during that day or that moment or that hour. And I never really thought seriously about my life at that time, but he really helped me realize that I had to make sure that the trade was worth it. And he said something to me that I think will ring true to you. And if it rings true to you, hit the like or the love button. He said, most people ask themselves if they are worthy of the goals that they want to achieve, if they are worthy of the goals they want to achieve. And he said what he learned to do from his mentors and his teachers and what he has taught thousands of people at the time to do was to ask a different question, and it was this: are you trading your life for what you love, but more importantly, are the goals that you're going after worthy of your very life? Are the goals you're going after worthy of your very life? And if you can answer yes, the goals that you're going after are worthy of your life, then that's awesome. But if you don't believe that the goals that you are going after are worthy of your life, question is why? Why don't you feel that you are worthy or smart enough or good enough or deserving enough to go after the biggest, grandest goals of your dreams? And what he shared with me back then, which is the weird thing that I learned, was don't look at your current skills, financial ability, tools, resources, knowledge, or abilities right now to determine the goals that you want to achieve. He said to me, he says, people who live average lives look at their current situation, knowledge, skills, abilities, resources, money, friends, etc., and then they choose the goals that they think they could achieve with those resources. He said, what I learned how to do, and he had made over $100 million back then, but more than the money, he was living an amazing life, which is really what I want to teach you how to do. He said, first, you determine what you want to achieve, and then you figure out what's the knowledge I need, what are the skills I need, what are the tools I need, what are the resources I need, what do I need to do to become the person who can make those goals and dreams a reality. And so if you like that and resonate with that and it makes sense to you, hit the like or the love button to let me know that this resonates with you. And I want to make this interactive. And so to do that, I created this document. For those of you who are just joining us, we're talking about the weird way I learned to set and achieve my goals. I created this document, all right, that's a fill-in-the-blank document, and I'm going to start going through this document with you, and we're trying to put it up. Okay, the link is actually posted now at the top of this feed. So if you're on your cell phone, go to the pinned page. Is that right?
So go to your fan page, the pinned post. So
go to my fan page and you'll have the pinned post. And so if you can hear me and see me, hit the like button because I finally got, look at this, here's something funny. Here's me on the set right now, okay, watching myself. So I can finally see if you hit the like or the love button in real time. And so we're posting this, okay, on the link for you to be able to follow with me. So let me share with you, I've got 7 steps and some bonus ideas for you to be able to follow when you're looking to achieve your goals. So I'm going to go back to, don't ask yourself if you're worthy of the goals. Ask yourself if the goals that you want to achieve are worthy of your life. That's number 1. That's step number 1, but that's not step number 1 over here. But also, remember that you set goals first. So here's step number 1 if you're going to follow along right over here. So step number 1, and everything that I'm going to share with you right now is based on what? The latest in neuroscience and neuropsychology on how your brain works and what's going to help you get motivated and stay motivated. And so the first thing to fill in the blanks right over here, okay, is step 1 is you have to get absolute clarity on your goal. You have to get absolute clarity on what it is you want to achieve. Don't figure out yet how to achieve it. Don't think about what skills, what tools do I have, what resources do I have initially. Because when you have a goal and you learn how to do what I'm going to share with you in step number 6, when you learn how to do what I share with you in step number 6, the left prefrontal cortex, the genius part of your brain, the Einstein part of your brain, is going to help you figure it out. Trust me on this. I know this inside and out to help you. And so when you get absolute clarity on the goal, that's the first thing you do. So what I want you to do today or tomorrow, write down 1 goal each for health, wealth, relationships, career, business, finances, charity, fun, and experiences. And just remember, at the end of the session, this video will move to the top, okay, of the page. And I'd love you to share this with your friends and family and help me spread the word, okay? So step 1, get absolute clarity on your goal. Step 2, and you fill in the blanks right over here, okay, boom, right over here, is know your big why in advance for extra motivation. Know your big why in advance for extra motivation. Let me explain. Most people, when they set goals, they don't really ask themselves, why must I achieve this? Why must I achieve this? Which is a different question than why do I want to achieve this? When you come up with all the reasons why you must, that will give you the extra motivation when you don't feel like it. Every one of us who sets goals has days or moments or weeks where we just don't feel like it. How many of you, let me see the like or the love button, how many of you sometimes don't feel like doing what needs to be done? So share with me. If you resonate with this, let me know that this is you. And for those of you that are just joining, okay, we're going through this document, which if you go to my fan page, at the top it's pinned. You can just download it. There's no need to put any emails down, just download it. We're going through step 1 and 2 to help you achieve your goals. And so how many of you don't feel like it? Because a lot of times I don't feel like it. But if you have a big enough why you must achieve it, you can always go back to why you should do what you do. Number 3, this is really, really important based on how the brain operates, and something that we didn't know until several years ago. A psychologist by the name of Ottingen came up with some amazing research on what I'm about to share with you right now. And step number 3 is uncover 3 to 5 mental or emotional reasons. Uncover 3 mental or emotional reasons why it's hard for you to achieve your goals. Now, why would you want to uncover 3 or 5 mental or emotional reasons why you can't achieve your goals? Well, because when you set a goal and you don't either have the knowledge, the skills, the resources, the tools, that sends waves of what? Stress in your brain. It sends waves of doubt in your brain. It sends waves of lowering your confidence because you don't know how to achieve it. And so one of the things we teach all of our clients in our NeuroGym programs when we teach them how to set and achieve their goals is to be aware and acknowledge in advance what it is that is in their way. Now, why is this so important? Because when you go to step number 4, okay, step number 4 over here on this document that you can download at the top of my fan page that's pinned, is because when you visualize, see yourself overcoming. So this is number 4. When you see yourself, visualize overcoming and breaking free and achieving your goal, breaking free from the mental or emotional obstacles. You see, your brain doesn't mind a challenge. It actually likes to figure things out. It likes to help you figure things out. But when you actively, visualize yourself with the obstacle in front of you or the obstacle within you, and you see yourself moving it out of the way, you see yourself climbing over it, you see yourself going through it, you see yourself just sliding it out of your way, you're actually building your mental resiliency muscle, teaching yourself that you can overcome any mental, emotional, or even strategical obstacle. And when you do it in here, then you start to elevate your confidence and certainty muscle, which means you will actually be more motivated and activate the nucleus accumbens, and you will trigger off a dopamine release in your brain, which is the feel-good chemical, instead of the cortisol or epinephrine or adrenaline chemical hormones in your brain that causes a lot of people to either put the brakes on or freeze. And so visualize you overcoming the mental, emotional, or strategical obstacles. That's where you fill in the blanks, by the way, is going to help you achieve that goal. And by the way, here's a little bonus for you. If you can see yourself overcoming a mental, emotional, or strategical hurdle and feel it, you will add even more of the positive neurochemicals to keep you motivated and on track. So, does this make sense? Are you liking this? Because again, for those of you who just joined, we're going through this document, okay? I'm helping you fill in the blanks, make it totally interactive. If you like what we're doing so far, will you do me a favor, hit the share button, and let's get more people on here right now. We've got about 500-600 people on right now that are live, and hopefully many more will watch. And if you want this document, it's on my fan page, pinned to the top. You can just download it really easily so you can follow along. So if you create a simple plan, 1 or 2 steps to get healthier, 1 or 2 steps to make more money, 1 or 2 steps to make your relationship better, 1 or 2 steps to move towards a goal that you have, that will reduce the neural resistance, the mental resistance. It'll actually motivate you instead of overwhelm you and put you in a stressful mode. And that means you're going to be in motion, moving towards your goals and dreams. So you develop a simple plan, 1 or 2 steps, and then you take what? Action, which we'll get to in number 7. And then here is something that I'll share a story with you again. When I was 20, 21, 22, and my mentor asked me to write my goals down and to write a couple of simple steps. Every day what he had me do was sit in my office before I started work, and he had me looking at my goals on my goal document that I had handwritten, and he had me look at it so that the words would access my brain, because the information off the page was being transferred to my brain. He would have me put my fingers across, okay, the page so that I would be able to achieve more of my goals. How? Because when I ran my fingers across the page, it sent a signal up my arm to my brain. And so what he had me do is something called imprinting. So step number 6 on this page, okay, right there, is create 3 to 5, just 3 to 5 imprinting materials to help you impress it into your brain, specifically the non-conscious power center of your brain. When you access the non-conscious part of your brain, what happens is through repetition of either seeing it, visualizing it, emotionalizing it, touching it, creating a vision board for what it is that you want to achieve, listening to it over and over and over again, you actually start to create neural patterns in the non-conscious brain that match the conscious brain. And when you take your goal and you create the imprinting materials, again, we're on step number 6, you're imprinting the goals and the emotions and the achievement of that goal, and you impress it into the power center of your brain, not your conscious brain, which is responsible for helping you choose the goal. Over 95% of your thoughts, emotions, and behaviors are happening at the non-conscious level. So when you create coherence, resonance, harmony between your conscious goals and the non-conscious, that's when the power center kicks in and starts to have you think and feel and do things that are in resonance with the goal, instead of not having a goal written down, instead of not looking at it every day, instead of not having all of the supporting imprinting into your brain material that'll take it from idea, that's conscious, volitional, to non-conscious, automatic, behavioral. Does this make sense to you? Because I learned how to set goals differently by choosing what I wanted, not what I thought I could achieve, and then training my brain to work for me instead of against me. If you have a lot of doubts, fears, anxieties, lack of confidence, lack of certainty, if you're afraid of being embarrassed or ashamed or failing or succeeding, what that means is that there is neural chaos happening or brain chaos happening, and what you want to do is do everything you can to create coherence. And the more coherent you are in here, the more your results in your physical world will align and match your idea. Do you like this? Does this make sense? Because this is a unique way of doing it, and all of the neuroscience, the brain research supports this. All right, number 7, and tell me if you liked it. If you like, hit the like button, the love button, and please share this as well. Number 7 is you have to learn, okay, or you have to take, if you fill in the blank, number 7 is right there, fill in the blank. You have to take action daily and tweak every day. You have to take action daily and tweak every day. So what does that look like? Well, number 1, what it looks like is you set up some specific times every day where you are focusing on the behaviors that are needed to achieve the goal. Not the preparation work, not the thinking about it, not the hoping and dreaming about it, not the getting ready for it. It's the actual behavior that will help you achieve the goal. So, what does that look like? If you want to make more money, start off with 30 minutes of focused time and energy on the things that will actually make more money. I'm going to go back again. Not prepare you to make more money, not get you ready to make more money, but you're actually doing what you need to do to make more money. And that doesn't matter if you're an employee or if you're a business owner. You have to have high income producing activities. Let's shift that over to your health. If you want to be healthier, if you want to release weight, or you want to start something new, then take 30 minutes, okay? Whether it's to make sure that you're eating the right food, you're exercising the right way, you're doing the things that'll actually make the result happen versus, I'm going to go back to think about, talk about, pray, hope, dream that the result will happen. The only thing you focus on for 30 minutes or 1 hour or 90 minutes as you get into more advanced levels is how to get the goal accomplished by the actions you are doing in that specific time. Most people waste so much time planning, preparing, talking, procrastinating, wishing, and hoping that they don't invest enough time on the highest income producing activities or the highest impact producing activities. And they don't know the difference. Well, guess what? Your job is to discover the difference. And that's what we do at NeuroGym, is we help people with the mindset, the skill set, and the coaching to get the action sets right so that they can achieve their goals. And for those of you who want to find out more about what we do, just go to myneurogym.com, sign up for our newsletters or for one of our free training events like this one, and we'll show you. So number 7 was take action, okay, daily and tweak daily. Okay, so again, does this make sense? Do you like this? Let me know. How much time are we in right now?
We're 26 minutes.
Good, so that's in 26 minutes. I've given you a great little framework to work with. All right, so if it makes sense, like it, love it, share it. And if you want to find out more about what we do, hop on to myneurogym.com. My team will put in a link for you to do that if you like. And again, for those of you who are following right now, all right, we're following this, and you can get this at the top, okay, of my fan page. So go to my fan page. At the top, it's pinned. You can just download it. There's no email to put in, no phone number, no address. Get this right now, and you can fill it in. And remember, this will be pinned at the top as well afterwards, so you can watch it. Now, some bonus ideas for you. Bonus ideas. I'm trying to keep these on Tuesday mornings to about 30 minutes, 35 minutes most. Bonus ideas. Write this down. The habit is more important than the intensity. Not the hobbit. The habit is more important than the intensity. When you do something one time in your brain, or 3 or 5 or 10, a neural pattern starts to formulate. And if you repeat that pattern, whether it's a thought pattern, emotional pattern, or behavioral pattern, that pattern gets fixed in the non-conscious power center of your brain, otherwise known as the subconscious, but non-conscious is what neuroscientists call it now. So when you do something, let's say every day for 1 minute, that habit becomes part of your automatic way of thinking, feeling, and being. If you do it over and over and over again, 50 times, 100 times, 200 times, 500 times, that becomes a pattern that involves zero thinking on your part. Your brain, genius part of your brain says, hey, since you're doing that thing for 1 minute a day, and it doesn't care whether it's positive or negative, constructive or destructive, whether it'll move you towards your goals or away from it, anything that you repeat over and over and over again, the genius part of your brain says, hey, I'm going to make this automatic. So some of you automatically have more negative thoughts than you do positive. Some of you automatically have unpleasant emotions versus pleasant emotions. Some of you have destructive or sabotaging behaviors more frequently than you have constructive behaviors that will move you towards your goal. It doesn't matter. Those are just patterns in your brain that you can stop running by developing a new habit. So the new habit is more important than the intensity. That's number one. Number two, achieving goals that you've never achieved. Again, I'm on number 2 down at the bottom now. Achieving goals you've never achieved causes brain stress. Stress on the brain. What does that mean? When you are using energy, when you have doubts or fears, and you don't know what to do, you're actually activating the stress response system in the brain, the fight or flight response system in the brain. And an untrained person doesn't know what to do with it. But what happens is when the fight or flight response system in the brain, the sympathetic nervous system kicks in, and you release epinephrine, cortisol, or norepinephrine, and that basically puts the brakes on the motivational center in your brain. And when the motivational center in your brain is diminished, you just stay in your comfort zone and you procrastinate and not take action. So in the past, I've taught many things, but one of the things that you want to learn how to do is how do you recognize when you're being doubtful, when you're lacking confidence, when you're lacking certainty, when you're not feeling 100%. Well, you can do that through something called mindfulness, and that's to start being aware of your thoughts, the positive ones, the negative ones, or unpleasant ones. You start noticing your sensations. Are you motivated and moving forward, or are you lacking motivation and procrastinating and fearful of taking action? These are skills that you can learn, and mindfulness is one of the best ways to learn how to recognize neural and emotional and bodily sensations that don't feel great. And then what you do, and what you can do, is take 6 deep breaths just to reset from the fight or freeze or flight mechanism in the brain to the relax and respond mechanism in the brain. And this is a bunch of stuff that we teach all of our clients all over the world on how to do, is reduce brain stress so the motivational center goes. Bonus number 3, okay, is when you're under brain stress, that may turn off your motivation. So I just covered that. And then here is something that is so powerful, okay, and I'm going to end with this, but only if you give me a like or the love that you're enjoying this. If you hit the like or the love and you're enjoying this, I'll give you this last number 4. And then if you really like this, hit the share button for me so we can help spread the word and teach these brain-based. Everything we do at NeuroGym is brain-based. These are proven, evidence-based methods to help you achieve your goals. So number 4, thank you for sharing, thank you for loving it, thank you for hitting the like button. So here's number 4. Resistance is your signal that change is happening. Resistance is your signal that change is happening. Let me explain. Let's say you're out of shape and you start walking 10 minutes a day. Chances are you're going to have some muscle tension and resistance of your muscles being used to walk more than you're used to walking. even if you decide to get up from your chair and sit down and get up and sit down and get up and sit down, chances are if you're out of shape, okay, your muscles are going to resist the change to work harder, and you're going to feel maybe some muscular pain. What does it tell you when you have some muscular pain from walking or standing or sitting or biking or lifting some weights or maybe doing yoga? It means that the muscles have met resistance. They've been expanded and retracted, etc., back and forth, which means you're creating resistance. But when you create some mental resistance where you are taking action, you're going to feel a resistance to the change. If you don't know that that is normal, the average person meets resistance in this way. They start to have self-doubt. They start to rationalize, which means that you tell yourself rational lies why you should stop. When you meet resistance, that's actually your go signal, not your stop signal. So when you have self-doubt, when you have resistance, when you feel like you don't want to, when you're procrastinating, that's your signal to actually move forward and take 1 or 2 steps towards your goals, so you stretch your mental, emotional, and physical abilities by stepping into change instead of allowing the discomfort of change to squash your motivation. This is a skill every musician learns, every athlete learns, every astronaut learns, every business owner learns that wants to get to the next level. So resistance is your friend when you know how to use it. Fear is your friend when you know how to turn it into your fuel, because fear sets up the stress response system in the brain, and most people, their motivation just is squashed or set aside. So these are some of the weird ways I learned to set, but then achieving the goal is different. You may want to write this down as one more bonus. Setting goals is a conscious exercise. It's part of your deductive reasoning and your imagination, part of your faculties of mind. Achieving goals is happening at the non-conscious level, and that means you need to learn a little bit about how to manage your brain better than you have been. For those of you that are just joining, we've been going through this document. It's at the top of the page right now on my fan page. You can just download it. And if you want to find out more about what we do at NeuroGym, you can go to myneurogym.com. The other thing I'll share with all of you, and I've been telling you this for a couple weeks, on November the 5th, our huge new Brain-a-thon is going to go live. There'll be 150,000 people who sign up for it. Mark your calendar for 9 o'clock in the morning, California time, noon. It's a Saturday. And we'll be going for 8 hours with myself. Larry King will be on with me, moderating a panel with me and several other brain experts, Dr. Srini Pillai from Harvard, Dr. Evian Gordon, one of the top neuroscientists in the world, Dr. Daniel Friedland, Sharon Pearson, Mark Waldman. We have David Bach, who is one of the foremost financial experts in the world. He'll be joining us as well. We have a panel of some of our clients from around the world who are retraining their brains, are achieving amazing results. So just mark your calendar for now. You'll get more information through our newsletter or on this page in the future. So November the 5th, that's a big, big day for your training. It's all free. It'll blow you away. Okay, so I'm just over my 30-minute mark, I think 35-minute mark. Again, every Tuesday at 9 o'clock, I'm here. Last week I actually missed it. I was away and couldn't get proper connectivity to do this, but every Tuesday we do this. I hope you like this. If you do, like it, share, leave me a comment. Will you do me a favor? Leave me a comment so I could read it. I can't read it while I'm doing these live, but I can read it. If you leave me a comment, what do you think of this? Do you like it? What do you need the most help with? Would help me as well. Tell me who you are, where you're from. Let's get to know each other better. And I'm off to another amazing day because I'm going to create it. I hope you are as well. This is John Assaraf, CEO and founder of NeuroGym, saying I appreciate you. Have an awesome, amazing day, and we'll see you next Tuesday, 9 o'clock California, 12 o'clock New York. Ciao.